Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to RedneckGaming D&D Storytime, Episode 1. Let's get into this. So, we'll early level campaign. My character in this campaign was cleric. The only time I've ever tried to play a cleric, because I usually play fighters. Because I'm basic. I guess I'm basic, man. They're easy classes. I wanted to play a fullcaster, so I'll try a cleric. I did an awful build because not only am I not really great at building D&D characters, period. I only had access to like the basic rules, so I pretty much can only go like life cleric and shit like that. And oh god, the way I played this character, like he had amnesia, so he didn't even know he was a life cleric, so he didn't even have access to all of his spells. But like he did some crazy shit, so like he probably would have been disowned by his god. Like, my first go-to when we were trying to get information with somebody was to grab a pair of pliers and start pulling off his fucking fingernails. Yeah! And then also, it's like the only time I ever played a character that was, like, intentionally a dick. Iron. What the fuck? Focus, bitch! What the fuck? What happened? Okay, there it goes. Technical difficulties. We'll leave it in because they're funny. Yeah, like I said, I've tried to film this video like over 20 times too, so I'm just getting tired of shit. So, I was gonna do this in like a shorts format, but then I decided it'd be more fun to go into detail, and I filmed it on my phone and went for like 10 minutes, but I decided I'm just gonna film it in a normal format like this. So, early level campaign, like I said, I'm playing cleric. I know we had a wizard, and I think we had a barbarian, and something else. I don't remember. And then I know we had somebody. They didn't stay for the whole very long. They ended up leaving the campaign pretty fast. His build was planning on like taking I think 3 levels and fighter, and then multi-classing into rogue. So I don't remember his exact build, but. Yeah, so he was still with us at the time that this happened, though. It just he didn't care. And I'll tell you what. So early level campaign. We've only been on like 2 to 3 quests, not very many, but they were for the king. So like by this point, we have an actual relationship with the local king, local royalty, and general focus. Okay, it's still not really in focus, but so we had a relationship with royalty, and we are at a ball. I do not remember exactly what the ball was for, but we're at the ball, and this isn't like the actual story, so I'm gonna like zoom through this a little bit. The king got poisoned. I ended up saving his life as the cleric, you know. Yeah, because I'm good. But yeah, I saved his life, and one of our other party members, they ended up doing some like a bunch of crazy shit too. They were like the main healer. My cleric, he had healing spells because he was a life cleric, but he was mainly just a fuck off character. So we ended up saving the king's life, and the princess ran away to try to find out who did this to her father. So we ended up getting a quest to go and locate the princess and return her home. Right? So we ask around, and we end up eventually finding out that the princess had ran away. She chartered a vessel to go to a different continent, I believe I think it was a different continent. It could have just been like the opposite side of this one, but it was easiest to just go around because there was like mountains. I do not recall exactly. I do believe it was a different continent in Genoa. It's been a while. I don't exactly have my notes for this anymore either. So it was a different continent all in Genoa, I'm pretty sure though. So we ended up charting a vessel of our own. And there's a story behind that too, but it's for another time. Uh, so we ended up chartering this vessel, or chartering a vessel. And about, I think, 5 days in, something like that, the wind dies down. Like, completely dead. There's no wind at all. And if you know anything about ships, if you are on a ship that is powered by sails, if there's no wind, you're sitting still. You're not going nowhere. Unless you have, like, a bunch of people walling, and this wasn't one of those ships where you can wing out the paddles and stuff walling. And none of us had, like, control water or anything like that, because, like I said, it's an early level campaign. But, so we're sitting there, because there's no wind. We're just waiting for the wind to pick back up, so we can continue on our way. So, our wizard, of all people, she decides that she wants to go swimming. And we're in the middle of the ocean. So the rest of our party, except for one, because he said since we hired them, he wasn't going to do anything. He decided he was just going to act like a witch spoiled brat and stay in his room the whole time and, like, sleep and eat. Which, I mean, hey, why not? Because we did hire that boat. Like, they worked for us. Like, we didn't have to work if we didn't want to. Most of us ended up taking jobs. Like, I know I ended up taking the gunner, like, the master gunner job, so I was in charge of the cannons and shit because, you know, the cannons are fun to fire in combat. So, yeah, I'm gonna take control of those damn cannons, bitch. So, he decided he wasn't gonna do anything. So most of this time, he's just in his room. He's not doing anything. He like came out to eat, and like 1 or 2 conversations he would come out and have. But for the most part, he would stay in his room. And then the rest of us, we would do like our various jobs. Like, I think one of us took like the navigator job, and then our egotistical person took the job as captain, even though that technically doesn't make much sense since we hired a vessel. But the DM wanted us to like all pick jobs, and captain was one of the available jobs he gave us. So yeah. He did similar like how Matt did it in campaign 2 when they first like got on the ship, like before they even like had the Boyd or themselves. It was when they first like stormed the ship and they attacked like the dock and took off. It's been a long time. I don't remember exactly what happened. Sorry if I just spoiled that for you too. But anyway, so she's like, it doesn't really matter what our jobs are. I was just saying that, just, you know, for context. She decides she wants to go swimming, the wizard. And she's the person that, in most of the games that I've played with her, she's usually like the really chaotic one that gets the group into all of the circumstances and shit. But, I mean, I love her to death. She's like one of my best friends. Like, she's actually been in every D&D game I've played except one. Yeah, her and then one other person too, and we're good friends too. He's Canadian, so I think he plays. He plays in this campaign. He played the other hero. I don't remember what his class was. I don't think he played cleric. I think he played something else. I don't remember though what it was, but I know like he was like a hero. I remember that much. But anyway. So our wizard, she decides she wants to go for a swim, so she dives on it. After, well, like, you know, you shouldn't go swimming in the middle of the ocean. And out of character, like, you really shouldn't go swimming in the middle of the ocean. That's D&D, are you stupid? But, like, in character, like, it's probably not smart to go swimming in the middle of the ocean, you know. There might be, like, Sahawagan, or, you know, the Kraken might be there now, man. The Kraken. You don't want to get eaten by a Kraken. Yeah, no, she didn't listen to us. She died. She like jumped overboard, dived into the ocean, started swimming away, and then she started free diving. Like, if you don't know, free diving is when you like go diving underwater without any type of equipment. So yeah, she's free diving, and she's like swimming away on a coral reef that's under us. We're pretty. She's like, oh, this is really nice. Blah blah blah. Yeah. She's swimming away, and she eventually comes upon a tower that's in like ruins, and it's at the bottom of the ocean. a logical person, especially in Dungeons and Dragons, would be like, hey, that's interesting. If I'm going to go take a look at that, I should go and get the rest of my party members, because, that's the smart thing to do. Not her. No. Nope. This crazy girl, she decides, oh, I'm going to go swim and look inside of it. She's not the brightest person when it comes to her characters. Which is funny, because she usually plays high intelligence characters. Like this person, for example, a wizard, I think she had like an 18th intelligence. 18 intelligence or something like that. So she swims into the woman tower. And you probably didn't guess what she found. She found the nest. But not like a normal nest. Like it was the whole tower. That's how big this nest was. And I mean, it's not just the nest either. She finds an egg. There's an egg in this nest. And this egg is like the size of her. She was a very inhuman. I think she was like around 5'8". And the egg was basically her size. It was huge. Like she couldn't even completely wrap her arms around it. That's how big it was. So, she, being her, takes the egg. Because she's like, oh, the parents abandon it. That terrible mother just leave your egg alone in the bottom of the ocean? What the hell's wrong with you? So anyway, she grabs this damn egg and she swims back to the ship with it. And our DM allowed it. He didn't even make her roll for it. Like personally, since it was so big, I would have made her roll a strength check. And she had a low strength, so I would have. I'd need like a 16 from me, because like this egg is huge. It's like the size of her body, and she wants to just grab it and swim to the surface and then put it on a ship by herself. Yeah, you're gonna be rolling a high strength check. I'm sorry. I'm not letting you just do that. But he did. He said that she can just do it. Like, okay, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with it. It's not that big of a deal. He was also really big on walk cool, which that doesn't really apply to this circumstance, I don't think. But like, she gets to the ship, and we're all gathering around. We're like, what the hell did you do? What, did you stole an egg? She's like, no, I didn't steal it. I rescued it. And we're like, are you stupid? You do realize that, well, there's an egg, there's a mommy, and maybe a daddy. Now there's gonna be a very pissed off mommy and daddy. She's like, no, they abandoned this egg. They're never coming back for it. I rescued it. And around this time, the wind picks up. And like, we didn't notice because we're in like a heated argument. And we're like going at it over this, basically just saying the same thing over and over again for about 2 or 3 hours in game. So we've done made a ways. We've traveled a bit of a ways. We're not just gonna turn around now. So we decide, fuck it, we'll keep the egg, and then on our way back we'll drop it off. Cause you're dumb, and we're not keeping this damn egg. And eventually we do. As I'm sure you're probably screaming at the screen, roll a nature check to find out what the egg is, or what kind of egg is it. So we ended up rolling nature. I don't remember which one of us, because I know the guy who was like staying in his cabin. He was in his cabin. He wasn't out at this very particular time. I think we rolled nature check, and all of us failed. Like we knew it was something like really big, and from the ocean. So we ended up taking it below deck and putting it, I think it's called a gully, the kitchen, whatever the kitchen's called on a ship. We lock it up in there in like a barrel of seawater. Because for whatever reason we had a barrel that big. And we lock it up in there and we tell the cookie, whatever, don't eat it. don't eat that egg. He's like, okay. And then, like, we also had him, like, keep an eye on it whenever we were, like, not on the ship, like, to investigate shit. So a few days go by, in the egg. We go downstairs, and we're all like eating, and then the dude who's like acting all stuck up because he paid, which I mean, like I said, I don't blame him. He's like sitting there eating an apple with his tail because he's a satyr, and he likes to use his tail for shit. Like he would throw, like if he was sleeping and you knocked on his door, he would throw a dagger at the door with his tail. Excuse me. But like he's just sitting there eating an apple with his tail. He's like, yo, what's with the dragon turtle egg? And we're like, what? So, what did you just say? Did you say dragon turtle? He's like, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a dragon turtle egg. He rolls his nature check, gets like I think a nat 18, and then he had I don't think he had proficiency, but he had a decent bonus. Yep, dragon turtle egg, definitely a dragon turtle egg. And we're just like, oh great, now that this is even worse. Because if you don't know, I'm pretty sure dragon turtles are like big enough that you can build a city on the back of them if you wanted to. And I think some people have. Like I know I used to play in a campaign where there was a I don't think it was like a whole-on city, but there was a town that was on the back of a dragon turtle that had been tamed through magic. And then they had like a bunch of crystals and stuff to keep it under its trance. It's pretty interesting. But anyway, yeah, so we just found out that we were traveling with a dragon turtle egg just in a barrel in the kitchen. Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah. We thought way too soon. Of course, all of us were already knowing, like, there's probably a mommy after us. There's probably a mother coming to look for her damn baby. But not little old girl who decided to go swimming. She still thinks that she rescued this egg, and she's gonna raise it to be her pet. Yeah. So, like a day or two more go by, and we go down to the kitchen, and we look inside the barrel, and all we see are eggshells. And there's like eggshells on the ground, and all kinds of stuff. It's like, our first thought is like, oh my god, somebody cooked this thing. So we're like asking people, like, oh my, did somebody cook the damn dragon turtle? And they're like, did you say dragon turtle? Because like we didn't really tell nobody. Never mind. And we went away and we like kept asking, anybody cook that giant egg that was in the kitchen? Nobody cooked it. So we went back down there and we started looking around. We eventually find a baby dragon turtle. He's just like chilling behind some barrels eating some shit. And then we see a unconscious guy that was to cook. The dude had fainted from pure shock. I'm like, you're a sailor. How the hell you faint from seeing a dragon turtle egg? What kind of sailor are you? Yeah. But anyway, so dragon turtle egg hatch. There's a dragon turtle. So we're all like freaking out, like, oh my, this is really bad, like really bad. Not the wizard. She's like, oh my god, it's so precious. Goes like tries to pet it and shit. Almost loses the hand 3 times. Still keeps trying to pet it. And then around this time, there's just like there's a wumble. Like just deep, low, like it's barely audible at this point, but you can like, it's so deep that you can feel it in your chest, and it shakes the ship. Like the whole ship wumbles, like all of the like jaws and shit like shake and whatnot. So we're like, wait, everybody stop talking. Do you feel that? And then like we wait a little bit, you can feel it, and we notice it starts to get stronger and stronger, and then it gets more audible. And then it's at one point, it's just a bellowing, like, wall. That's so, it wumbles like so much that it starts knocking shit off the wall, and like, it almost blew our eardrums out. So we all like rush to the damn, the deck, like, I can't remember what it's called. Like there's like the upper deck, and then you have like the little bit above that where like you'll, the steering wheel, but I can't remember what it's actually called. But anyway, like, so we're up there looking, and also the owner of the ships, the two owners of the ship, they were up there with us, and I end up looking through a spyglass, and I just see, like, way off, probably about 10, 15 miles, it's just like waves. Like, you just see white waves and like spikes, kind of like Godzilla style, just coming at us like full speed. And then we hear it again, and it like raises up a little bit when it rolls, and I just see it. There's Mommy Dragon Turtle coming to save her baby. And then the session ends, and guess what, guys? It's the last session we ever played. That campaign died. I never got an ending to that story. But I'm pretty sure with like 98% confidence the ending of that story is that whole ship gets destroyed and we all die, because like I said, we're only level characters. We're not about to fight and kill a dragon turtle. Which, I mean, like, some of us were thinking maybe we could try to get the baby back and it would leave us alone, but it'd probably still try to kill us, to be honest. I mean, but, like, the girl who, like, took the egg, she's like, oh my god, I have to protect it. It's my baby. She left it. She abandoned it. Like I said before, that girl's usually the one who causes all of our party problems. Because she's chaotic. I mean, I love her to death. It's so fun playing with her. But she is usually the one that causes issues for our party. She knows who she is, too. So she's probably, like, bitching me out at the screen. I'm like, I love you. Like I said, like one of my best friends. But you do some stupid shit in D&D, man. You almost got us killed many times. Anyway, guys, that's the end of story number 1. It went way longer than I was expecting. 24 minutes and 15 seconds for the wall file. Wow, yeah. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I do plan on making more of these because, you know, it's D&D. There's endless stories. I played 3 days a week. Speaking of which, you may have noticed that I haven't uploaded any gameplay sessions. That's because one of the players asked that I stop recording the sessions and uploading them because it made the game feel less casual to them, and I put my players above all else. So I very gladly do not mind to stop recording if they want me to. And honestly, I'm kind of glad we did, because we couldn't really be ourselves because we were scared to take off YouTube. Because, like, we talk about a lot of shit that would instantly get me, like, banned, probably. Or, like, some crazy shit. Like, you can't even say the unalive, but, you know, not unalive, like the actual word. You can't say that. You instantly get demonetized. Obviously, I'm not monetized now, but I would like to be in the future, so I'm trying to be on good terms with YouTube, even before monetization. I got tongue-tied so bad there. But anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for watching. This has been RedneckGaming D&D. Signing off.